Now, the last time we talked about your aiming dot. And one of the things that you spoke about with the aiming dot was the fact that you could go on and actually have an entire episode about the dot and how it plays a role in your performance. Let's talk about that, because I see that you have an orange dot with looks like a black dot in the center. How does the size of that dot fit into your game?
Well, that dot specifically is called parabolic, and I don't know who makes it. I'm bump the camera a little bit. It's an orange dot with a black center, and I choose that specifically because it relaxes me while I shoot. Is really why I do it.
So while some shooters may shoot an exceptionally large dot, some shooters shoot a very small dot, some may actually have a circle, you prefer this dot because it keeps you calm.
It does me specifically. Sometimes I wear a bigger shoe because it makes me feel more comfortable. Sometimes I shoot a bigger dot because it relaxes me a little. The same thing.
Okay. Are there any type of certain shoes that you would recommend for the up-and-coming archer?
Definitely pro.
Pro shoes.
You want to wear a pro shoe if you're going to shoot pro.
And I think that's one of the most overlooked areas of archery is exactly the outfit that the archer wears. Explain, again, to the up-and-coming shooter exactly what your wardrobe or how your wardrobe plays into your performance.
Sure, Doug. I don't know if you remember, maybe 10 years back, I'm kind of old school pro. So at one point, the amount of stitches that you have in your shirt would define at what level pro you are. And that doesn't mean if you're a backyard pro, if you're a national pro. If you got lots of embroidery on your shirt, you're freaking pro, and that's the end of story.
What do you feel about the fact that over the years the dress code in archery has been relaxed? We can all remember back when in the pro division you were expected to wear dress pants and a tucked-in shirt, and it's been relaxed. What are your opinions on that particular aspect of things?
Sometimes I don't wear anything when I shoot. I'll go back pure naked and shoot pure X's, and that's how it works. So I don't want people making my rules up and lawmen telling me what I need to wear and what I don't want to wear. If I'm going to win the tournament, I'm going to go home with the gold.
You're going home with the gold.
Yeah. Yeah, every time. If I win, every time I'll go home with the gold.
Now, the times when you might come up a little bit short, because there are, with any contest, there are times when the score just isn't there. Yeah. And when that happens, why would that be in your case?
Well, sometimes it's because I don't get first place.
And does it have to do with the points that are awarded, or is there something else?
It might be my performance that day, or in some cases, I don't know, we didn't talk a lot about my Lancaster performance, but I'm pretty sure Levi Morgan slipped something in my aiming oil because I was pretty off that day, and I was aiming hard, and I was aiming strong, and then all of a sudden, things went south.
And you came up a little short in the area of the points.
Yep.
But if there was one moment other than the aiming oil that you wanted to point that at, what would it be?
I don't know if someone moved my sight. I don't know if my bow jumped tune. I might be in the X's 1 second, and all of a sudden, my bow jumped tune. And I'll miss an X or 8 or 3. I don't know. But all of a sudden, my score goes way down. And then all of a sudden, my bow will jump back into tune. And then I'm shooting X's again.
So the tune of the bow, let's talk about that. It's a very important aspect. I think even the most novice of archers would recognize that bow tuning is critical. But you yourself, you've experienced the bow not only going out of tune, but essentially tuning itself back in. Explain to me how that feels, or what the archer should be looking for to recognize when that takes place.
Well, in pro archery is much different than amateur archery. How you set your bow is key. Now, I know that we're going to probably talk more into tuning my bow later at time, but I might put a twist, not in the main part of my string, but in the serving that holds my peep. I might put a twist in that, and that'll just add enough of tightness in that string. The feel is completely different to me. It's night and day.
But again, that comes with experience. So a new shooter may not necessarily recognize that.
Right.
But when you achieve the status, that coveted status that people like yourself have achieved, you're able to recognize something as small as an extra twist in the serving where the peep's located.
Absolutely, right. And the amount of strands in my string, maybe that makes a difference. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But I know the twists feel much different. 3 to 4, sure. Much longer, much shorter.
Okay. Now, preparing for a major tournament, tuning your bow. At what point do you tune your bow when you're getting ready to go to a Lancaster or Vegas or the Indoor Nationals, for example? What's your tuning procedure, and when do you do that?
Well, it's a good point again, because I think the word tinkering has negative connotations to it, and tinkering means you're going to play with your bow to where it feels the bestest for you. And for me, I might work on a twist in my serving. I might work on a twist in my grip tape. But what I do is I get it to the point where it feels like grandma's chicken soup. It just makes me feel calm and relaxed and at home. And when it feels like chicken soup, then I know that most of the time I'm going to shoot X's.
Let's go.
I'm Dustin from Hadley's Archery in Akron, Ohio. Like us on Facebook at hadleysarchery.com or check out our website at Hadley's Archery. Don't be a Delmar. If you need professional help, we help people here, or find your local pro shop where they can help you, give you expert advice, and teach you the correct ways of archery. Thank you.